Hey, welcome my YouTube friends. I am Vanessa with Scrapping It Up, and today I am going to teach you how to make my March Madness file folder folio. So welcome guys. All right, you can purchase the tutorial over on my website. I'll put the link down below to where if you want the measurements beside you when you're working on it, it does have the cutting guide and the written instructions, and then it will have the my Facebook Live classes in there where I done it over on my Facebook page, and we decorated it with the beautiful 49th and Market Serenity collection. All right, or Tranquility, sorry, Tranquility collection. Oh my gosh. Um, it's not necessary. If you don't want to purchase the cutting guide, you do not have to. I will be giving you all the measurements that you will need. But if you would like to have it beside you, I think it's only $6. Okay, so you can go pick that up. All right. So I'll show you what it looks like here in just a second. But you're going to need a scoreboard, a ruler, scissors, a scoring tool, a bone folder, corner rounder, which is optional, some type of adhesive, and score pile tape. And you can just use your glue. You don't have to have the score pile tape. And then I'm using the washi tape from the collection. Okay, and this washi tape measures 3 inches wide. Okay, because this will go on the spine of the folio. You can use Tim Holtz fabric tape as well. You can use Tyvek as well, which is your and I've taught you how to color your Tyvek before, so you can use Tyvek instead of washi tape. Okay, so you would just color it with your alcohol inks and do it that way. I will post the video down below where I taught you how to do that. Okay, so I will do that for you, just in case you want to use Tyvek. Okay. Um, and I think that is it. Oh, file folders. Okay, file folders. I am using the Pin and Gear from Walmart. They have two score. Well, you have your natural fold, and then you have your two score lines, and they do measure about 11 5/8 by 9 1/2. Okay, and you can use the other file folders, that have the three score lines. It's just going to, your measurements are going to be just a little bit different, but it works. Okay, all right. So shall we get busy? I'll show you the album real quick, what we're going to make. I will put the link down below to where it gives you a full walkthrough of this. I'll just give you a quick look at it. Okay, so there's the cover. There's the washi tape. There's the back, and you open it up, and it's almost like a lap book. I never thought about it when I made it, but it's almost just like a lap book. Now, the journal part, I will teach that in a separate class. Today is just going to be putting all this together, okay? And I will have another option. If you don't want to do this journal book, I will come up with some flips and flaps that will go here instead of the journal book. Okay, so I'll teach you both ways, okay? And then this just kind of folds up, and then you have this here, and then we have this here. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be teaching you today. All right, and if you have any questions about this, please ask. You can put it down in the comment section down below, and I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. And there is no dumb question in my book. If you're thinking it, I can guarantee you somebody else is thinking it. All right, so let's get started. Get my tutorial here. All right. So piece A. Oh, and you're going to need 3 middle tab folders, 3 top tab folders, and 1 bottom tab folder. Okay. So 3 middle, 3 top, and 1 bottom. Okay. Now just a little bit of how I do my tutorials when I'm doing file folder albums. This is the tab side. This is the inset side. Okay, inset side, tab side. Of course, you know your tab. And on this is your tab side. This is your long tab side, and then your natural fold. So that's how I will be speaking when I'm saying from the long tab or the tab side. Okay. So piece A. Okay. Piece A is a middle tab folder. Okay. And we're going to cut this down to 9.5 inches. Okay. So you're going to get your trimmer out. And it's just about an inch. I'm going to cut 3/4. Okay. I'm going to cut my 3/4 off first. On both sides, because you want to keep your tab in the middle. Okay, so an inch or 3/4 off of each side, and then I think it's just a hair over 1/4 inch on each side. Yeah, it's just a hair over. Okay, and that keeps your tab in the middle. Now I'll cut it down to 9.5. Okay. All right. That's piece A. Now what you're going to do is get your scoreboard out. Okay. Get your scoreboard out. From the natural fold of the folder, okay, from the natural fold of the folder, you're scoring at 7 inches. So I'm going to put this fold right in there as tight as you can get it, and you're going to score at 7 inches. Okay, you're scoring at 7 inches. Okay, now you cut those tabs off, but let's go ahead and get our extra 3/8 of an inch line on here. Okay, so I'm just going to put this right here at my 6-inch line. Okay, and then I'm going to score an extra 3/8. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go ahead and score on that. Okay. So now what you have is your natural fold, and then 3/8, 3/8, and 3/8. Okay, that's what you have there. Now, if you're using the other type of folders, it's going to be 1 inch and 1/8. So 1 inch would be fine. Okay, 1 inch would be fine. So if you're using the ones that have a 1/4 inch score line, you're just going to score at 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch until you have 1 inch. Okay. So that is piece A. And mark it piece A, because when we go to put all this together, you're going to need to know which piece A and piece B and piece C. Okay. So that's piece A. So set it aside for a minute. Piece B is a top tab folder. Okay. Top tab folder. Okay. Okay, from the natural fold line of your folder, you're going to cut off the tab side at 7 inches. Okay, we're cutting off the tab side at 7 inches. Okay. So what I do is I just stick my natural fold on my 7-inch line and cut this off. Okay. Now what you're going to do, we're now going to cut the folder down to 9.5 inches, and you're going to cut the 9.5 inches from the long tab. So I'm going to close it and cut it at 9.5 inches, but I want the 9.5 inches from here down. Okay. Now I am going to trim off just a little bit of this folder right here. Okay. I don't want that there. I want to straighten that up because sometimes our folders are not quite straight. See, it's not quite straight. So where that starts to round, I'm going to trim that off, and then I'm going to flip it to the other side where my long tab is right here and cut this down to 9.5 inches. Okay. So there. This is piece B. Shoot, I wrote that too far down. That's all right. And piece A, I forgot to tell you, when cut off your tabs. Okay, so I'm just running it right here. And you just cut those tabs off. Okay. Don't throw away any of your pieces until I tell you. Some of these pieces I do use. Okay. So piece A and piece B. Piece C is a top tab folder. Now we're going to cut this down to 9.5. Remember, I'm going to cut this where this just starts to round. I'm cutting that off. You can throw those pieces away. Then I do my 9.5 on the other side. Okay. And again, I'm cutting the long tab side down to 9.5. Okay. My tab is up here and my long tab is down here. Cutting it down to 9.5. Okay. Again, I've done the same thing. Okay. All right. So now, okay, you have your natural fold line right here. From the last score on the long tab side, okay, here's your long tab side. We're going to cut at 7 inches. Okay. From the long tab side, we're cutting at 7 inches. Okay. So from your middle fold line, make sure it's your middle fold line. Put your middle fold line on 7 inches. Okay. Cut that off. Okay. Now the other side, we're going to cut at 5.5 inches. Okay. From the natural fold line, 5.5 inches. So I'm going to put this on my 5.5 inch line. Cut that off. Okay. I know we use this piece for sure, so save that. Okay, save that. So you will be using that. Okay. This piece here is going to go right here. So don't throw that away. Okay. So this is piece C. Now let's put this all together. Okay. Oh, and we need to do some more. We need to do some more scoring on piece B. So grab your piece B. We need to do some scoring for our spine. Okay. So we're going to score 3/8 of an inch lines. Now, if you're doing the 1/4 inch, you can do the 1/4 inch lines, but the spine, get it to 1 7/8. So if you're using the 1/4 inch, then it would probably be 1 3/4. Okay. So on the long tab side is where we're going to do our extra spine. So I'm going to again put this right here at my 6 inch. Make sure she's square up at the top. Okay, I'm going to, okay, so every 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. Okay. Go until you have 1 7/8. So if you're using the same file folders as I am, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to have 6 from your natural fold line of your folder. You're going to have 6 3/8 inch score lines for a total of 1 7/8 of an inch spine. Now, if you're doing 1/4 of an inch, I'd go to 2 inches if I was doing. Go to 2 inches if you're doing if you have the 1/4 inch file folders, you know, that has the 1/4 inch instead of 3/8. I would go to where you have a spine of 2 inches. Okay, go to your 2 inch. So you're going to score every 1/4 of an inch until you have a 2 inch spine. Okay. All right. Now, put your scoreboard up. Now we're going to fold on these. And when you fold it, make sure you're all still lined up. Okay. And score or burnish. Do this to all your score lines. Okay. Make sure you stay lined up. Okay, I got one more to do. Now, if you want to ink this, you can ink this as well. Okay, because I inked my other one, but and the purpose of this, these videos, I'm not going to be inking mine because it would take too long. And it would be a 3-hour video, and I don't want to do a 3-hour video. All right, so there's that. Now's the time. Wait, so we gotta wait on that. We gotta put it together first. Okay, so fold on your score lines over here as well on your piece A. And this file folder album is double cardstocked on the back. So that's why it has so many pieces to be putting together. It is double for strength. You'll see that here in just a second. Okay. So there's those score lines. Now we need to get the score line on this piece here. Now this is nothing like what I've done in the past with my file folder albums. Alright, let's put this all together. Okay, your front cover is the piece. Piece B is your front cover. Okay, your front cover. Okay, so this one has your 1 7/8 or 2 if you're running the 1/4 inch score lines. Okay, so your long tab is going to be your front cover. Okay, then we're doing piece A right here, and this is going to butt up right against that very last score line. Then piece A, this little flap where we scored here at 7 inches, this is going to come in and be a pocket. Okay, so make sure that's folded in, because this is going to be a pocket. Then this piece is going to hook to the back side of this. So there is our folio. Okay, that's our folio. So you got your 1 7/8 or 2 inches here. Then this is our double pocket area. Then you have a 1 inch spine here, or 1 1/8. 1 1/8 if you're doing 3/8, and then 1 inch if you're doing the 1/4 inch. Then you have this pocket here that we will glue down. And then you have this piece here. Okay, so this is how this is going to go together. Okay, so what you're going to, let's take this piece away for a minute. So see, this is double backed. So this piece here, when it's laid here, right beside that score line, it should meet up. Okay, it should meet up with that very first score line. Okay, it should meet right up. Do not, if yours is going over these fold lines here, cut that off. You just want it to meet up to it. Okay, you don't want to go over. Okay, we'll put this together, and then we'll do the washi tape. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my glue, and you can use score pal tape, just totally up to you. I'm going to run my glue, not up to my score line, just close to it. Put glue all the way around it. Now this is totally different than the other file. If you've caught some of my other file folder albums, this one's a little totally different. And I love this album. All right, just up to that score line. Do not go over on that score line. Just up to it. You're just meeting it. You should still see your score line when you put this on here. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Now that's double backed. Right here, mark this front cover so you don't lose that aspect. I'm just going to put front cover. Okay. Now, here pretty soon we'll put some little extensions here so we can have use of the full pocket. If you don't want use of the full pocket, you could go ahead and glue it down here. But I want use of this full pocket. If you're doing the booklet with the brown gift wrap paper, you will need the full use of the pocket. Okay, you'll need full use, and that's what I will show you how to do that here real soon. Okay, so now the other piece, okay, piece C is going underneath piece A right here. This little flap right here, this piece is going underneath, and again, just up to that score line. Okay, just up to that score line. Test it out. And again, you do not want to be, I guess it doesn't go clear up. I was thinking that went clear up. I'm just going to double check and make sure I scored it right. So, yep, 7 inches from the natural fold line. Yep, and then 7 inches. All right. So that's going to hook to the very back. Okay, very back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my glue to this piece. I'm going to make sure I done. Is that where I goofed it? I'm just seeing where did I goof. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything at all because you're going to cover it up with paper anyway. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it. All right, make sure your flap is up, and you're going to glue it just to that score line. Don't go over. Just up to it. Don't go over. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'll put a little bit more glue. See if I can't get this straight. There. There we go. I'm going to flip her over, give her a burnish. All right. There's that. I think what I did on top tab. Do I have another top tab? No, I have a bottom. Oh, here's one. I just want to see, because I think what I've done is I went from the natural. Yeah. All right. All right, now we're all glued together. So this is going to flip in, then that's going to flip in, and then that's going to flip in, and that is our folio. Okay, so now what you're going to do is your washi tape. Okay, and I like to do my outside first. Okay, so here's my front cover. I'm going to center this. All right, I'm just going to cut just a little bit. So I'll fold it over to the other side. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, well, you don't have to glue because you'll be putting paper on it anyway. So you're going to be putting design paper over it, so that won't hurt nothing. Just make sure you don't have any wrinkles. Give her a good burnish. And then I just, there. Yeah, because you'll be putting your design paper over it, so it's not going to go nowhere. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, okay, I need to make sure because my other one I goofed up. Okay, make sure your directional is right. Okay, so this is top to bottom. My other one I goofed it up. Okay, I'm just going to try and get enough out. And I'm going to try and follow my other tape. Okay, and then cut it off. Now I will add some glue, just a little bit of glue. Okay. Okay, let's do the same thing down here. Like I said, you can use Tim Holtz fabric tape. You can do tie-back to this if you want to. All right. So we're going to do the same thing to this one right here. Okay. Same thing. So I want my, okay, so like that. So this spine right here. Make sure you're in the right direction, from top to bottom. Okay. I'm just going to kind of center it. Oops, that ain't centered. And cut it off. Ooh, I almost got that too short. Okay, burnish it down. I am going to put some tape on this since I got that just a little too short. Tape, I mean glue. All right. So again, I'm going to make sure top, bottom. And if you don't get it straight, it's not going to, I mean, you have enough leeway that you should, you know, you're okay. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to try and make my tape just a little bit straighter. Sorry, I'm off camera. I was trying to straighten up my tape because I didn't cut it quite straight. I got a little bit of a hangover. All right, there we go. So now I'll add a little bit of glue. Stick her down. Lift this back up a little bit and add some glue. All right. So what do you think? I truly love this. I think this is almost one of the best file folders I've ever made. I mean, I've probably done 30 projects with file folders. I love them. All right. So now we have that. Now for this one here, I use my 1 inch here. Okay. So I need to go around this kid on the back first, and I'm just going to follow right along my score line. And I think I'm going to put down just a little bit of tape around, or tape, I'm sorry, glue. Okay. Just up to your score line. Okay. Don't go past your score line on this one. All right. Cut it off. Go ahead and bring her on around. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Just a little bit. Don't get too crazy on the glue. Just enough to where it holds that washi tape and the washi tape does not come off. Okay. And just right along that edge. Okay. There we go. All right. Yay. Now, that one piece, this piece right here, This piece is going to go right here. Okay, and you need to decorate before you attach this. And what I done is I just glue 3 sides. Okay, and I'm not going to glue mine down because I don't have no paper. Okay, and this way, if I want to use it for another paper, I can. So you're just going to glue this down 3 sides. Okay, but you're going to decorate this before you glue this down. Okay, and I think I rounded my corners. Yes, I rounded my corners. Optional, but I did round my corner. A rounded corner will take a beating a lot more than a square corner. Okay, so now what you're going to do, let's get our piece, let's go to piece D. Okay, let's get, so now you can put this, oh, kind of refold on your score lines a little bit. Okay, don't have to burnish, just kind of refold on them. Okay, to get your curvature of your spine back in. Okay, there, that gives you your, do the same thing to this one here as well. Try and get it back in. There we go. So then that will close, that closes, and that closes. Perfect. Okay, piece D. Excuse me. Piece D is a top tab folder. Piece D is a top tab folder. We're cutting the whole folder down to 8 inches. Cutting it again from the long bottom. So I'm going to square my folder up just like we did where it starts to round. Cut that off. Now I flip it over and we're cutting her down to 8 inches. Cutting it down to 8 inches. Okay. Now you're going to open it up, and from the fold line, the tab side, we're cutting it down to 6.5 inches. So from the tab, 6.5 inches. Okay, 6.5. So now you have that piece. From the other side, from the tab, we're cutting it at 7, which was your long tab side. You're going to cut it at 7 inches. Okay, 7 inches. Okay, save this piece because we use it. All right. Now on the 7-inch piece, okay, the piece that is at 7 inches, we're going to score it 1/2 inch. Okay, you're going to score this at 1/2 inch on the straight side. Okay, 1/2 inch. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and round my corners. Okay, now let me show you what it's this little booklet right here that we're making. This one right here. Okay. So here's your piece that's 6 1/2. It's going to go at the bottom. Okay. And then your tab, other tab, goes at top. All right. So let's put this together. Okay. So your piece, get your tab at the top. The piece that we scored the 1/2 inch on. The piece that we scored 1/2 inch, you're going to fold that, and that's going to be on top. Okay, let me burnish. Okay, that piece, here's our 1/2 inch that we scored. It's on top. This piece is going to attach right on top. And your tab should be lined up right here. Tab, tab. Okay. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Okay. Just put it right and make sure you're all nice and lined up. There we go. Yep, I'm lined up, lined up. There's our little booklet. All right, so this piece that we have left over is going to glue right here. Okay, so that way you have a double pocket. Okay. But I think we'll wait to do that. Let's get our booklet all hooked, and then we can glue that piece down. Okay, so set that piece aside. We'll use it here in just a minute. Okay, so now you're going to need a piece that is left over that is 2 1/4 by 8. 2 1/4 by 8. Let's look at all our pieces here. Okay, these are all our pieces. All right. So, because I know I think we need another piece too, don't we? Yeah. The hinge pieces, 2 by 9 1/2. So 2 1/4. So let's look which one. Nope, can't use that one. I know we can't use that one. How about this one? Nope. Nope. So it has to be this one. All right. All right, so we're 2 1/4 by 8. So let's use the, I'm not going to, I don't think I used, let me double check here. I don't think I did. Nope, I didn't. Okay. Oh, you're going to need a hole punch too. I forgot about that. You're going to need a hole punch. So 2 1/4 by 8. And I'm not going to use the one that has the score lines. I'm going to use the other piece. Okay. So I'm going to cut this down to 8. Well, for now, I'm going to cut right at the natural fold line. Then I'll get my 2 1/4. Okay, get my 2 1/4. And then I'll cut it down to 8. Okay, cut it down to 8. All right, 2 1/4 by 8. And I think, save that piece because I think we use it. Now you're going to need your scoreboard. And we're going to score. Okay, scoring on the 2 1/4 inch side at 3/4 of an inch. and 1.5. Okay, 1.5. That'll give you a 3/4 inch spine. Okay. So now you're going to fold this and burnish. Do the same thing to the other side and burnish. All right, so now we have this. Now this piece we had left, cut it down to 5/8. Okay, cut it down to 5/8. I want the longer side. So cut it down to 5/8. I'm going to get a straighter line here. There. Now I got a straighter line. Okay. And then cut it down to 8. What we're doing is reinforcing. This is just going to glue right here in the middle. Okay, we're just reinforcing it. That's all we're doing. And you don't even have to do that. All right, so now I'm just going to glue this right here in the middle. And I'm gluing it to the inside of the piece. Okay, to the inside. Line it up in between your score lines. Stick it down. My piece wasn't quite straight. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to, for our holes, and this is optional. You do not have to do that. It's totally up to you. All it is a decorational aspect. Okay, that's all this is. So I'm going to measure up 1/2 inch and just make a little tick mark right in the middle on both ends. 1/2 inch and make a little tick mark in the middle. That's where my hole is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to go right on my line. Okay, now these are the hole reinforcements. I just buy these at Walmart and then I ink them with my Distress ink. They are Avery's. Okay, I just distress them with my Tim Holtz Distress ink. And you don't have to do these hole reinforcements. I'm just doing it because I like the look. I love the look of this. All right. So now you're going to get your twine. And I'm going to go through and I doubled my twine up. So let me get Oh, we need to go through. Never mind. You have to go through. Go through the top and then, or the front. Okay. And then go through, back through it again. Hopefully I left enough to tie. And like I said, this is just a decorational aspect, but I do like it. And then just tie it. Okay. And you want it kind of taut. I'm just going to tie it in a double knot first, and then I'll. Yeah, I don't think I even tied a bow the first time. There. I think I left the strings. So now you just have this decorational aspect in here, and I like it. All right. So now we're going to attach that. So get your folder back out. Get these pieces. Open up your folder. Put that away. Right here where we attach this pocket, here is our pocket flap. This is going to attach right beside your score line. Okay, you're going to center it from top to bottom. And then this piece here is going to attach to this. Okay, so here's piece A with the pocket flap that we haven't got attached yet. It's right here. Okay, so here's your front cover. Here's a double pocket place right here. The third space. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 in your third space right here. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue, and I'm just going to center it and just up to that score line. Do not go past, because it will cause resistance when folding your folio shut. Just meet up to it. Okay, so I'm just going to center it from top to bottom, just up to that score line. Do not go past. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. Ouch. All right. Now, our little booklet is going to go right on top. Okay. Right, you're going to glue that right on top of there. Okay. So just like that. So let me get my glue. Make sure you're all lined up. Okay. Don't go past that score line, because you will get resistance. Okay. Just be really careful. Now we have that. So now you can flip it open to the very back here. Make sure we get a good. Now we're going to attach this pocket. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue 3 sides. Okay, you're just gluing 3 sides. Here's your fold. So I'm just going to glue 3 sides. And I'm going to go about eighth of an inch away. Okay, like an eighth of an inch away. Now, if you want paper down on this, do your paper first. Okay. So if you want paper on this, put down your paper first, then glue your pocket down. Okay. So now I'm going to do this. I'm just going to glue 2 sides on this one. Okay, just 2 sides. Glue it shut. That gives you a double pocket. All right. Lovely. Woohoo. Awesome. Okay, for this pocket here, why don't we wait? Don't glue this down yet. And I will be teaching you how to do the journal book. For those of you that don't want to do the journal book, I will come up with some flips and flaps that can go in this area. Okay, so don't glue that down yet. Okay, wait on this aspect. Okay, I'm just gonna paper clip that so it's just not flipping or flapping around. But yeah, I will show you how to do the journal book, or I'll show you how to do the journal book, and I will show you how we can get some extra flips and flaps if you don't want to do the journal book. Okay, because I know not everybody does journal books. Okay, so and the journal book is really easy to make. Really easy to make. Okay, piece C or D or E. I'm sorry, jeez. Piece E. You're going to need 2 of these. Let's put this away for right at the moment. Okay. Piece E. You're going to fold it like a W. Okay, just like a W. It is a middle file folder. Okay, it's a middle file folder. So we have to cut it down to 9.5 inches. So I'm going to take off my 3/4 on both sides. Okay. And then it's a little bit over, just a little bit over 1/4 inch. Not much, just a little. And that keeps your tab in the middle. Okay, that keeps your tab in the middle. Now you need 2 of these. I've already done 1. So I'm showing you how to do it. But you will need 2 of these. Okay. Now you're going to grab your scoreboard. Okay. Here we go. PC. From the inset tab side, you're scoring at 3 inches. From the tab side, scoring at 3 inches. From the natural fold line, you're scoring at 4 3/4. Okay. On the tab side, 4 3/4. All right. So from the inset tab side, we're scoring at 3 inches. Okay, 3 inches. Okay. From the natural fold line, butt that right up against your edge. Okay, make sure she's up there. And you're going to score at 4 3/4. Okay. And you need 2 of these pieces. All right, so you have your natural fold line. So what you're going to do is fold back on this. Make sure you stay lined up. If you need to make a new score line, so be it. Okay. Then you're going to fold back on this one. And that tab should not go over. This tab right here should not go over. If yours is going over, make you a new score line, because that should just meet up. Okay. That tab should just meet up with this edge. Okay. So here is our W. Natural fold line, score line, score line. Okay. Just like this. Okay. So we need 2 of these. Now we need to get our hinge. We need a hinge made. Okay. So set those aside. 2 by 9.5. 2 by 9.5. And I don't think I have 9.5 here. Nope. 2 by 9.5. That one's just a little bit short. What's this one? Again, that's a little bit short. That's a little bit short. I think let's see. I think we'll be okay. So I just cut that tab piece off. Okay, now I'm going to cut this down to what is it, 9.5? Yes, 9.5. Let's see if this works, because I don't want to cut into another folder. I think it'll work. It's only like 1/8 of an inch off. I think it'll be just fine. Okay, so we're going to score at 3/4. Okay, we're scoring at 3/4. On the 2-inch side, you're scoring at 3/4, 7/8, 1, and 1 1/8. Oh yeah, we're fine. So that worked out perfect. Okay, because you don't want to cut into another folder. I mean, it's 1 7/8 wide. Okay, it's just fine, just fine. So now what you're going to do is fold towards your score lines and burnish. Okay. Oops. Fold towards your score lines and burnish. Okay. And I just pop them out. Okay. Now they just pop right out. And burnish. All right. So this is a hinge. So you got 3/4 on both sides. So it doesn't matter which side that you use to attach. Okay, it doesn't matter. So now what we're going to do. So now you're going to grab your file folder. These go on the inside of the front cover, right here. Okay. One of them is going to attach, okay, and you're attaching the 3-inch, okay, and one of them will be a little bit backwards, but you're attaching you're gluing just 3 sides, and this is going to attach right beside your very last score line. Okay, we'll put that piece on last. Then your other piece, when you're attaching both these, your the 3 inches, 3-inch needs to be underneath. You want your tab on top, tab on top. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and I think, check your folder and make sure if you need to cut something off, now's the time. Mine's too long. Okay, mine is way too long. I wonder why that's so much longer. Huh. Anyway, so I'm just going to lay it here and just, well, we should better be checking this. Yeah, see, it's too long. So I'm just going to lay this up here where it needs to be, and I'm just going to mark where it needs cut off. Okay, because you don't want that sticking over, by no means. Okay, so now I'm just going to test it again. All right, she's good. All right, now I rounded, I put it right up against, just a hair past the tab right here, just a hair past the tab. Okay, and see that corner, I'm going to go ahead and round this corner. I'm going to go ahead and round this bottom corner too. Okay, so just like that. And then you'll glue it here, and then we'll we'll cut that off. Okay, so it's just a hair, about 1/8 of an inch. Okay, about 1/8 of an inch. So now I'm going to get my glue. We're going to glue this down. About 1/8 of an inch. Okay, make sure you're lined up with the bottom and your top. Okay. Now I'm just going to trim this off right along. Mine sticks out just a hair, so I'm going to cut that off. There we go. And that gives you your rounded piece right here. Okay. So now what you're going to do, okay, remember your 3-inch needs to be, that's what you're gluing down, is your 3-inch. Okay. Now, did I leave that open for a pocket? I don't think I did. No, I did not leave it open. Okay. I just wanted to double check. All right. Okay, your tab is over here. Tab is over here. Your 3-inch, you're just gluing it down, just up to that score line. Okay. So I'm going to apply glue right here. All right. Make sure you're gluing down your inset tab side. Make sure that's closed. Here's our W. Okay, make sure your tab is on the front, the inset's on the back. You're gluing that down to that very first score line. Okay, just up to it. kind of lay your hinge flat and make sure that nothing is sticking over. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, the other piece. Okay. The other piece is going to go, make sure your inset is down, your tab is on front on this side. Okay. Find your very last score line, and you're going to glue this right up against that score line. Now I'm going to glue 3 sides. Okay, so I'm gluing, see if I can hold this. I'm just gluing 3 sides. Okay, because you want this to be a pocket. Okay, make sure you find your very last score line. You're going just right up to it. Don't go past it. Do not go past it. Do not pass go. Okay. I forgot. You need to decorate first before you attach this. You need to decorate it with paper before you attach this. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that before we glued that down. I wasn't thinking. I think I did that in the other one too. I forgot to attach my paper. All right. So that closes and that closes. So just like that. Yee-hee! That is the main folio being made. So let's do a real quick recap. Okay, let's do a real quick recap. Here's your front cover. That opens up. So you have this, and then that flips. Okay. And in mine, I done the cover. Okay. I put the, I'm going to cover. I've done a pocket here with the brown gift wrap. You can use just regular paper if you don't want to use brown gift wrap. And then this opens, and you have a pocket here. And then this opens like that. Okay. Oh, we got to do the double pocket here. But you need to decorate first before you do the double pocket. I forgot. We got the double pocket yet to do. Let's do that real quick. Okay. So you're going to get a bottom file folder. Okay. And I am going to round. I'm going to square my folder off. Okay. I'm just squaring the top of it off. Okay. What you're going to do is open it up. Make sure your tab's over here. And what you're going to do is you're going to measure 5 inches down, make a little tick mark. Then over on this side, you're going to measure down 1 inch, make a little tick mark. Okay. 5 inches, 1 inch. Make sure your tab is down here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to draw a line from that mark to this mark. Okay. There we go. Now you're just going to cut that off. this becomes this. Okay, so get your file folder. Remember, you need to decorate with paper first before you attach this. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this off where it's even. Okay, so I'm going to get my trimmer. I'm just going to make this where it's even. Okay, it's I'll give you a measurement. Well, our album's 9.5. I cut mine down to, I got mine at 8 and 1/8. I'm going to cut mine down to 8.5. That gives me, that's 8.5. That's 8.5. Okay. And I think I went this way with it. Yes. So the natural fold line has it like that. Okay. And I don't want to be reaching. And the reason, let me give you why I'm done it the way that I've done it. If you do it on this side, you're pulling tags out against this. So what I done is I just folded it the other way, rescored it. Okay. Make sure she's all lined up. Okay. And then it goes right there. And I went about like 1/2 inch from the fold line. So it just goes right there. You just glue your 3 sides underneath. Okay, glue your 3 sides here, here, here. Glue it down. And then this piece here, you're just gluing this side and the top. Okay, that side and the top. And about 1/2 inch away, center it from top to bottom. And it goes right here. Okay, now I don't have my paper, so I'm just going to paper clip this here. Okay, oops, there we go. So then you have your little booklet here. And I decorated mine with the, I got a little buckle. There. Decorated mine with the brown gift wrap. So when I teach you how to do the journal, I'll show you how to do the gift wrap in this aspect here. Okay. But that is our folio. So this is here. This folds over. Then this folds. And don't get too crazy here because you don't have no room between here and here when this folds. Okay. That's why I just done just that double pocket. And there's your folio. There is your folio. Now, pretty sweet. All right. So in the next video, I will show you how to do the gift wrap booklet. And then I'll figure out some flips and some flaps to go in case you don't want to do the booklet. Okay. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been really fun. I hope you will make this because I really think this is a wonderful file folder album. And like I said, if you had any comments or questions, please put them down. I will answer any question. There's never a dumb question, okay? All right, that's it. We'll see you in the next video. As always, keep scrapping. Bye-bye.